Violent crime is up throughout San Diego, but people living in the College area say their neighborhood is feeling it more than anyone. Welcome back. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Jesse Pagan. Neighbors tell CBS 8 there have been at least 2 rapes, 3 other sex crimes, 2 shootings, a dozen assaults, and more since the start of October. They say they feel their calls for help on a bigger scale go unanswered. Tonight, we're working for you, taking their concerns to the police, San Diego State University, and the City Council.
When we started to see an uptick, big party, a 16-year-old got shot.
The desire to feel safe.
As an adult, I've lived here 27 years.
But it's also subjective.
Susan Hobbs Tatum grew up in the College area near San Diego State University, and she's lived here most of her life. She says over the past year, she's bonded with her neighbors, but not over the best of reasons.
I do have neighbors that will text me or call me and say, hey, do you know about this or that? So we have a pretty good communication system set up to protect each other and to support each other in this community.
Those texts CBS 8 reviewed show videos of raging parties and shootings in the street. We got a hold of video from a camera inside a kid's empty playroom which caught the sound of these shots. And here, neighbors say you can see the flash and smoke from a gun. We hunted down public records from the city to find out more. Since October, neighbors tell us they've reported 2 rapes, 3 sex crimes, 2 shootings, a dozen assaults, 14 car thefts, and more within a mile of San Diego State. We hunted down public records from the city to find out more. We compiled citywide crime data dating back to 2016 and filtered all crimes in the College area. These records show the police beat covering the College area dealt with just more than 1,200 crimes in 2021, higher than each one of the 5 years beforehand. So far, 2022 is on par with totals for past years, with 5 weeks left in the year.
There's just a great group of people, including a lot of the students. But there's a small population of students that are wreaking havoc on our community, and they're drawing in really bad elements with guns and knives and hatchets.
There are major developments tonight in the case.
Susan and other neighbors say they started becoming more vocal after word spread of a 17-year-old girl claiming a group of San Diego State football players raped her during a party in 2021, and after a 16-year-old boy was shot at a party on Baja Drive in August. Both stories CBS 8 has covered from the start.
He was here from Chula Vista. And why are teenagers and, even younger here in our community? Because there's no supervision, there's no police presence.
Until 2018, a San Diego Police Department special patrol called the C Squad focused on the College area. The squad had success in keeping parties tame and young people out of trouble. CBS 8 got public records of internal SDPD emails from February, in which the former captain for the Eastern Division covering the College area supported bringing back the C Squad, writing in part, quote, "It had a very positive effect. Unfortunately, I was unable to continue the C Squad because in effect, we were robbing Peter to pay Paul." The captain added SDPD's current staffing shortage means the C Squad isn't possible.
So it's not a lack of budgeting. We've improved salaries, tried to improve working conditions for the police department. We've approved some signing bonuses and recruitment bonuses for folks. We want our positions filled.
San Diego City Council President Sean Elo Rivera's district covers the College area. We took the concerns people there have straight to him. Despite what neighbors say, he tells me he hears them loud and clear.
What I can tell them is that we hear them, that we are really trying to work closely with San Diego Police Department, with San Diego State, to ensure that we're addressing these issues.
That work started with reestablishing frequent communication between the city and SDSU. Out of that, community meetings with council, the mayor's office, code enforcement, restorative justice, the police departments, and more were born. Plus, a focus on one issue Elo Rivera tells us could help rein in trouble. Well-known problem homes where owners look the other way.
That is unacceptable to me, and it's especially unacceptable when these folks don't live in the neighborhood. They would never allow for this to happen in their own neighborhood. I'm not going to hold my breath for these folks to do better. They've had, some of them in decades, opportunity to do better. It's a matter of us taking the actions necessary to hold them accountable and make sure that they pay when they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
But Susan says that's not enough to address the issues going well beyond typical college parties, which she fears could leave neighbors, including the students next door to her, in danger.
Unfortunately, a lot of people have left because they have thrown their hands up that the university isn't taking ownership or responsibility. San Diego PD is overwhelmed, and no one is holding the students' bad behavior accountable. And now we add violent crime into that.
Now, we reached out to several agencies. In a statement, the San Diego State University Police Department says they continue to work with San Diego police in the off-campus areas where the city has primary jurisdiction. Meantime, in another statement, an SDPD spokesperson tells us in part, quote, "We are continually reassessing operations and how to deploy officers. Our community can expect to see ongoing collaboration with San Diego State University, University PD, and community leaders." That's also something Council President Elo Rivera tells us will happen, and also SDPD has stepped up patrols in the area, working overtime since ending the C Squad.